Hello, everyone. I'm Red Davey back at you live once again, and my little fucking sound bar is actually showing up this time. Hopefully, we don't have the same technical difficulties that we had the other day, because that was a royal pain in the ass. Midway through my podcast, my fucking mic decided to cut out. Could be the fact that it's 2 years old, or maybe it's the fact that I sometimes don't always buy the most expensive things because, well, let's see. I have children and I don't always have the most money possible to spend on all the nice shit because for some reason the kids need socks and new shoes and clothes and shorts and underwears and bras and food. Lots of food. They're like little fucking bottomless pits that decide to demolish my bank account with their hunger issues. Bras, over the shoulder boulder holders. All kinds of fun ways to call them. Or some people who wear bras and it doesn't do anything because they're willing to always poke your eyes out because they don't actually do any good in that aspect. Pretty sure. Let's see. Haha. Since I'm oh shit. Since I'm not being sponsored, we're going to go ahead and today start rocking some of the random koozies that I have. Which anybody knows, I was an unofficial member of Diabolical Orange Monkey. So we're gonna go ahead and rock the Diabolical Orange Monkey koozie tonight. Don't worry, I've got like 37 fucking koozies running around because at almost every show people are like, "Here's a koozie." I only drink water. I'm not drinking beer here. I don't know why I need a koozie, but then I take them home and now I can start integrating them into the podcast with all the other random shit that I do on my podcast. Like when you clean up your room. Yes, I know I'm an adult and I have to clean up my room from time to time. And you'll find your cool little marshmallow man. So we're going to rock the little marshmallow guy. They're not going to zoom in, but it was from Ghostbusters Afterlife. And we'll just add him up here to the collection of random shit. So I've got my toilet guy watching you. I've got my dino guy watching you. He's like sneaking around the corner. Sneaky little bastard. I got that. We got all kinds of shit laying around. More nerdy shit back there. More nerdy shit back there. Oh, yeah. I added. Ah, shit. Hang on. No, yeah. Right there. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. We have the Marshmallow Man. New question. Can you actually show that? Because does that mean the Marshmallow Man is politically incorrect or he is anatomically correct as a Ken doll? The question is still out. We do not know. Maybe I should ask some of the community people what their take on anatomically correct Ken dolls are, which is basically just a Barbie with a slight little hump in the front. Yes, I can say shit like this because I have two daughters who I had to buy all the fucking Barbies and Monster High dolls for, and Pokemon. So many Pokemon. So many Pokemon plushies. Oh, Lord. This is what happens when a nerd raises nerdy children. They will suddenly pick up all your bad habits. Not saying that my nerdism is a bad habit, but they will pick up all my nerdy things and turn it into nerdy shit that they like. Hola, Senor Miller. And you were right. The way that Lamb of God opened their set was with Mia. Yeah, that one goofy song title that I can't pronounce. And I pre-warned my kid. So, hinting the cool fucking hat I'm wearing tonight. And as the beard goes everywhere, yeah, that one. Mio Minto Memori. The Marshmallow Man is probably, yes, it is one. I like how they brought in Afterlife, how they brought in all the little marshmallows that were running around doing all kinds of goofy shit. That was probably one of the coolest things that I've seen in a movie where they were paying homage to the original stuff. And yeah, as you can tell, I got my Pantera gear on. That by far, and I love going and watching. Oh, you got to watch the new one. Afterlife is fucking amazing. My kids pre-told me that there's a new Ghostbusters movie coming out, and it was hilarious. They're like, "Dad, do you know there's a new Ghostbusters movie?" Yeah. Well, have you already seen the? Yes. Well, how do you know all this shit? Because I'm a fucking Ghostbusters fan. I've got the fucking proton pack that my daughter found at a Goodwill, and she told me it was $2.99 there. So I hopped in my van, drove to the fucking Goodwill, and bought this proton pack. We looked it up. The proton pack is fucking $200 on eBay or Amazon or one of them little doohickey things. But I have, and they're like, "Are you gonna sell it?" I'm like, "Fuck no! It's a proton pack that makes a Slimer thing. When you push the button, it goes on the wall. It looks like fucking Slimer. I'm keeping that shit because I'm a responsible adult and I'm not going to sell shit that I think is cool. I'm only going to sell the shit that I don't want anymore because that's how we all do things." But yes, back to the concert. Fucking amazing show. Child Bite had this cool vibe going on at the beginning, and I am so glad I finally got to check a version. It is not the Pantera that we all grew up and loved. It is a definitely a different version of Pantera. It's a more of a tribute thing, but it was fucking amazing. My son had a blast. I had a blast. Then we turned around and drove 2 hours home and got here at 1:04 in the morning because for once Google Map was actually correct on the time frame that we were going to be back at. Usually it's like you will arrive at your destination in 15 minutes. Hey, Slowpoke, I'm already fucking here. Be a little slow on that one, but Google Maps will try to take you in the middle of fucking nowhere where it's like, take a next left, and you sure do have a pretty mouth. And no, I don't think so. I'm gonna keep going straight. Dead end ahead. Well, if I turn where you're saying, you say I got a pretty mouth, I'm gonna take my chances with the dead end. I can four-wheel drive this fucking minivan that I have. Don't you dare contest what I can do with a minivan because, well, there's a whole lot of shit you can do with a minivan. You can fall asleep at a gas station in the back where you put your cot down. You can haul shit, which is covered because then you don't need a truck. Because if you have a truck, everyone always asks you to move shit all the time. So I have a minivan and I'm like, nope, seats don't come out. Can't help you. But then I've got a whole van full of stuff that I'm taking down for my ex's daughter who is getting ready to have her second kid, where they're like, "Hey, we got all this stuff. Would you be able to take it? We got a van full of people." Yeah, I can take the stuff down there. That's not a problem. I get to go see the kid, go get to hang out with the grandkid, go get to do some photos. I'm doing the maternity shoot for the second one. Keep in mind, I've only done 2 maternity shoots ever, and they're with the same kid. So, I mean, I know she's photogenic. She's beautiful. She does amazing photos from the last time. So, it's all good. I get to do a cool photo shoot with them, and it works. So now, can I get a almost 3-year-old to actually listen and do something that I ask him to do? We shall see, and we're going to see how well these photos turn out. If not, we're gonna have him push the button so he can take some pictures of his mom and have that cool thing. So, ooh, that's a good idea. Shit, I don't know where my pen and paper went. Well, candy might be helpful, but I have to get the mother's approval because just because I'm still Grampy or the old crippled guy, I still have to get her approval because I don't want to piss off Mama Bear. I have learned from a lifetime of pissing off people that there are certain people you don't want to piss off, especially the women people. You don't want to piss off. Let's see. I have a list of people that I know not to ever piss off. Number one is my tattoo artist. Never piss off your tattoo artist. Unless you're being a smartass and you take your children's drawings and it pisses him off, but he still does it anyways and they turn out fucking amazing. And then his wife talks shit while he's doing the tattoo on you. Totally worth pissing him off. But it also was a challenge, so there was that point. Also, never piss off the people who make your food because you don't know what they're doing back in the kitchen. So you always want to be respectful to them. That I learned a long, long time ago. Do not piss off your lawyer. I mean, that right there should be kind of a given. I mean, you're trying to have them get you out of being in trouble. You don't want to piss them off. You want to do exactly what they say. And yes, dude, she might be. Tell your wife that I love her and she is an awesome person. This way I can get on her good side so she doesn't kill me. You should also probably tell her that you love her too, so you can stay on her good side. But you married her, so I mean, you're going to be on a line of which side you're on, depending on, if you sneezed wrong or you farted. I mean, but yeah, uh, mothers of children that say, do not do this to my kid, like, do not give my kid candy. I usually want to I usually don't want to piss them off, especially this one, because one, she'd probably stab me and I wouldn't question it. I think he likes dinosaurs. I don't know. I've got this photo idea that I want to do, but there's going to be a whole lot of can I get him to do this? And I got to try to figure out which people are going to be able to help me because, well, let's face it, he's almost 3-year old who has a lot of people that love him, and you have to figure out which person is going to say, "No, stand there, do this." Ooh, maybe I get his dad. No, I don't. Never mind. Cancel that idea. I don't think I'm going to get his dad to help, even though his parents are on good terms. I think that might be crossing a line and might be kind of bad for me, and probably would not turn out very well. Who knows? We're gonna figure this out, and hopefully these pictures turn out the way that my brain. Well, they're gonna turn out better than the drawing that I did for these. I mean, my drawing for this is a fucking stick figure, so the pictures are gonna turn out way better than the sticky figure thing that I did. So we're going to have to see, but it is going to be an interesting time. I do. Yeah, my daughter makes fun of me because well, she has a character that she created that is literally a stick figure, and she calls it the man or the man, not the man. I think it's the man. Shit, I don't know. She draws the thing everywhere. Tells me I need to go get a tattoo of it. It's literally a stick figure. This kid is like manga level artist, artist, artist ability, and her favorite character to draw to just put everywhere is called the man, and she ended up painting him on her wall. I happened to look one day, see dumb man, and she's like, "Oh yeah, he's been there for months." Great. The advantages of having children, you get to find all kinds of random things around your house. Also, today has been a really good day because my ass did not go to work. I was smart after a concert and took the day after the show off because there was no way I was going to be at work at 6 in the morning. I woke up to a phone call at 7:42 and then I went back to bed. I was like, "Nah, fuck this. I'm going back to bed." And I slept till fucking what was that? Almost noon, which never happens. I never get to sleep till noon. Usually I am always up at well, usually before the butt crack of dawn. Oh yeah, the fidget thing. Uh, I've pretty much outlawed slime completely in my house. We are not this house is a slime-free zone. We have no slime in the house whatsoever because I have parts of my carpet that are missing because let's see. The ghost of the house decided to put the slime somewhere. It is literally like stuck tables together. Uh, they left an open container of slime. It wrapped around the internet cord one time, so I had to cut out the internet cord to be able to move the internet box because the thing was fucking stuck to the ground. My cat just stuck his nose on me, and his nose is wet as hell. It is too wet. You're not getting up here. You've been a butthole today. Ran downstairs, wanted to hang out downstairs, didn't want to listen when I told him to come up. Yeah, imagine that, a cat listening. And then proceeded to, when I let him out of the basement, just He is not, and I think he's thrown up twice today. So he might not be feeling good, but I am not going to have him on the podcast because he is. I was laying there earlier this morning and he was trying to suffocate me, like laid on my face, part of my head, and then has this thing where he keeps bopping me with his paws. And I looked it up and they said that it's his way to show that he cares about you. Well, you can care about me all you want, but when I'm about ready to fall asleep and I yawn and you stick your little paw in my mouth, we're going to have some fucking issues. So, yeah, he's realized that is not a good idea. Also, tonight, for show announcements, because, oh, I got to get on Facebook. For show announcements, there's actually a venue that I'm going to be. Good kitty. No, he will bat me in the head. He tries to lay on my head. Apparently, he thinks that I don't need to breathe, but he doesn't realize I feed you. And he looks at me like he doesn't give a shit. Let's see. Need to go into the event section. Let's see. Jacob Westfall tonight is at the Lark home of the listening room. I need to contact that venue at some point and see if there's a possibility to work with them so I can like cover some other events here in town. It's what I've been working on, trying to build up my portfolio and see what I can possibly get going on just so I don't actually have to drive to the middle of fucking nowhere. 27 million hours away. Oh, showing April in Wichita. Might not be able to make that one. Let's see. We'll refresh this. We're gonna see what upcoming events. I also ran into uh while I was at the show, I ended up running into this concert hall or this venue called the Cosmic Eye, and the guy hands me a flyer and I was like, dude, I've been following you guys for a while. And I go, I've messaged you guys back and forth for a little bit. I go, I'm Redbeard the hippie, and they're like, oh yeah, we know who you are. So apparently I'm doing something right when venues are starting to catch on. So they told me they'd love to see me at a show. There's some upcoming ones that they have going on. They got a pretty sick lineup there. So that's going to be an interesting time. Why? Oh, there's a pin under there. I have a pin. As you can tell, I clean. Well, you can't tell, but I can let you know that I cleaned my room. So everything that was on the floor by my computer table is now on the desk by my computer table. Noticing a trend. So when my desk gets cluttered, I'm going to move everything back to the floor. Seems like a good thing. Oh, let's see. Oh, hey, there's also another show tonight. This one is. Let's see. Where's this one at? This is in Farmington, NW. New Mexico, is it? Hmm. I have a filing cabinet. It's next to my bed. It's like right over there. But one of the drawers has all my camera gear in it that I don't use. And yeah. So when I clean out my filing cabinet, that all goes on the bed. And then at some point in time I realize that I need to go to sleep. So I take all the shit there and put it back into the filing cabinet. I'm really good at this. Oh, let's see. Where's this show at? Oh, let's see. We got one in. Huh. Let's see. This is in. Oh, shit. Who is this? Unconventional Kings, Native King, Bravo Nez, DJ Pooji, Animus, Sumflame, and King Blizz. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's New Mexico. But one of the things that I saw, and this it goes not, and this is a new one, not responsible for theft, injuries, or pregnancy. Never heard that on a shelf life. They're not responsible for pregnancy. So that's going on tonight. Let's see, Friday. This one is in France. So if you get the chance, go ahead, hop into your cool little airplane. You know, we all have one laying around, DeLorean, and head on over to see where the fucking this is just Villandran, France. So head on over to France because this one actually looks like a pretty epic show. They got um see Critical Heartbeat, La Nuit de Metal. I don't know what that is. Uh Revenge? I don't know. But there's a show in France going on this weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and say fuck all the local stuff. I'm just gonna go to France. Forget going to see the grandkids and all that stuff. Let's see. EWL has an indie review show going on tomorrow at 7 o'clock. You can check those guys out. Let's see. Soulshine Reviver on the Road, Battle of the Bands. I don't know where that one's at. Uh, Davenport, Iowa. So if you're in Davenport, oh hey, that's got Flabbergaster on it. So I gotta do a reaction review video for those guys. They asked me a while back, but I've been kind of just burnt out with certain things that are going on. So rather than getting home, I usually get home, sit down, and fall asleep for like 2 hours because work is so slow and it is mind numbing boring. It's not physically tiring, it is more like brain tiring because I realize it takes way more energy and way more work to look busy and act busy than to actually be busy or get busy. I've also told my company that I cannot use the broom, the shovel, the dustpan because I have not filled out the JHA and I've not had any proper training on how to use a broom or a dustpan. So, granted that I did construction for years, I'm not able to use those things at work because I haven't filled out the safety protocol for it and the understanding of how to use these things. Granted, I can use all this shit at home because I don't have JHAs here. And if I did, nothing would ever actually get done. So there is that bonus thing. And so yeah, they kind of look at me funny where I'm like, nope, can't. I gotta stand here and watch my machine cut. Well, can you unload parts? Nope. We've got two guys that are bored out of their damn mind, and I'm the only one here that is running this machine until I threaten to hit it with a hammer repeatedly. They're actually okay with it, especially at the rate things are going right now at work. Which we've also realized that the company I work for, we have a brand new motto because most companies have this cool thing where if it's normal people have the idea where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The company I work for, if it's broke, don't fix it. So I don't know what's going on with them, why that's their idea and their model thing. They're worried there's too many people who have their hands in pots that don't need to have their hands in those pots. That's why I do all my own shit. And I do my own stunts as well. Let's see. If I need to photograph something, I'm the one who takes the pictures. I'm also the one who edits it because I know it's going to be done the way that I would like it to be done. That's why I don't have a team. If I want to shoot a video, I'm going to shoot a video and then I'm going to edit it the way that I want it edited. If I do an interview, I'm the one interviewing because that's how I do it. Too many chefs, not enough chiefs, not enough. Exactly. That is the thing. And a lot of these chiefs don't have actual job titles. So I call them the group of people with made up job titles. So uh I have been classified with certain job titles. Like I'm the senior operator of Shenanigans and FAFO. And keep in mind there's this programmer who's 20, almost 21, same age as my daughter. And you can always tell when people grew up in different areas in different ways and different parenting styles. The new guy, the kid, sits there and goes, "What's FAFO?" One of the old dudes that is the programmer goes, "Fuck around and find out." They're like, "How'd you get that job title?" I gave it to myself. Mainly because I'm one of the mouthier people, and you get to a certain point in life, you really just don't give a shit about certain things, and you're gonna show up, you're gonna do the job that you need to, kinda like the guy that's been there for 46 years, who right now, we have an ongoing joke of when he's gonna retire. My bet is when he just stops showing up for a while. "Hey, where you going? Hey, we're gonna fix food after this. Mac and cheese and fish sticks." He either made the throw up sound or the excited sound, so I'm not sure which one it is. But congratulations! Everybody here knows that we're having fish sticks and mac and cheese tomorrow. Today. After this potty cast thingy, I am fixing food because I am a responsible adult, and because the kids are hungry, and so am I. I had some chips today. Oh no, I take that back. I had ice cream earlier as my breakfast lunch thing at noon because I'm a responsible adult and I could feed myself. And then before this, I needed some energy, so I ate some chips. I am a picture of perfect health. If the picture was being looked at by a blind man and it was a picture with nothing on it and no braille, no nothing. So that way I would see that I am a picture of perfect health and perfect mental health, which I'm not sure how I would be able to go see a therapist or anything like that right now because if I sit there and tell them that I do a podcast and I react to what people say, and if people aren't saying anything, then I just randomly spout off whatever things there are. And literally, I'm talking to myself and coming up with next ideas and conversations inside of my head. So, yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing next. And this way, I'm not sure how they would actually be able to diagnose me if it would be like, okay, he's just a 40-year-old dude who's lost his fucking mind because he has three damn kids, or ooh, I like the string cheese, crackers, and pepperoni. Are the string cheese crackers, are they like one and the same where you just like pull the string cheese and the crackers apart? Because Grant, I know what you're meaning, but being the grammar Nazi that I am not, it's always funny when people are like, "Well, you could have put the commas in there, or you could have just read it like like you're supposed to, like a normal fucking adult." Because I realize there's candy, string cheese, crackers, and pepperoni. Exactly. They were all separated. They've got spaces in it. And if you don't know what candy, string cheese, crackers, and pepperonis are, then you're fucking hopeless. It's like when you say that I'll be there at 6:30 and you just write 630 in the text message, not put the little two little asterisk, comma, astral thing, whatever the fuck they are. See, this is why me and English class went over so well. Man, adult lunchable. Did you put a small bottle of alcohol in that or a joint? Because then it would be definitely an adult lunchable. Wonder if I could take that to work and how well that'd be. Like, no, I got a lunchable. I bought it at Walmart. See, it comes with a fucking joint in it. I don't know. I bought it at Walmart. It's got to be okay. Go to work. Like, nope, got my adult lunchable. Dude, that's a bottle of fucking Jack. With how you guys are working right now, this is lunch. So I'm going to see how tipsy I can get before things don't make sense here anymore. Probably wouldn't even have to take a shot. Or when something breaks, we actually had a drinking game for a while. We came up with a drinking game that, oh, it was before one of the holidays and none of us wanted to be there, but we forgot to put in the vacation time. So we have an earlier time off. We actually made the comment that we were all going to get there at 4 in the morning and start a drinking game. So we're going to play cards. And the concept was when somebody loses, everybody has to take a drink. And a couple people caught on to it and thought that was hilarious. There's a few people there that are like, that's not how cards work. Like, only the losers take drinks. Well, we're at work, so our goal is to get up as fucked up as possible and see how long it takes before they notice us. Which I don't know if my camera's all cockeyed or my head's crooked because my hat looks like it's fucked up. Okay, that is sit up, good posture. Sit here, look like I got to stick up my ass. Maybe my head is crooked. I don't know. Relax shoulders, puff out. Oh, Fuck. I would puff out the chest, but I fucking popped 4 things at my back now. Well, you guys are all there while I'm falling apart. Great. Fucking almost 40. Falling apart over here. Glad I can be helpful on humorizing and things like that. Hopefully, we so far have passed what we did last week. Ah, I don't want the quick launch. I need to go back to this thing. Hopefully, my microphone doesn't crap out like it did last time because I still have my Elder Wand right next to me. So if it fucks up, I just have to get that tax return, go buy me a new damn microphone. Don't fuck up. Put my Elder Wand back. Because obviously you can see that I'm a giant fucking nerd. Who would have thought? Who knew? I might actually have to put the camera back over there. So then, I don't know. I'm still working on the rearranging of the area. I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing with it yet, but yeah, I realized that I thought about rearranging my whole entire room, and if need duct tape to fix it, duck it or fuck it. Or if you're from the Midwest, and yes, this is an entire Midwest thing, if you can't duct tape it, super glue it, baling twine, or use your hammer to fix it, throw it away. And by hammer means hammer, 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 hammer. I grew up on a farm. That's why I know that all these things are classified as hammers. Because one time my grandpa told me to go get the hammer, and I'm looking and I don't see a single fucking hammer laying around. I'm like 8. I look at him, I go, "Where's the hammer at?" And he goes, "Right there in front of you." I pick it up, I go, "This?" He goes, "Yes, hand me the hammer." That's a wrench. He goes, "Watch this. Here's an important lesson. This is a wrench, but also piece of shit. It's a hammer." And he fixed it. So now I realized after that moment in time that everything is classified as a hammer if used correctly. Some people, you could use their head as a hammer. It would probably do more than what is needed because there's either it's really thick up there or it's really fucking empty and you could use it and just bounce it a few times. Ain't gonna make them smarter, ain't gonna make them any dumber. So you could use a person's head as a hammer depending on what you're trying to fix. Sometimes, if it's trying to get the door to shut, you can use it as a hammer. Just saying, there's options out there. You can always do things different. As I'm over here vaping, which there's been studies now, like, uh, let's see. It used to be when we were kids or growing up, when they would ask you insurance questions. Like, I had to do this survey for my children, and it was funny because the guy goes, "Do your children smoke or vape? It better not do either." And I was like, "Well, if they are, they're gonna get their ass kicked because it means they're stealing from me." So there is that. And the guy starts laughing. He goes, "That's usually the response we get from every parent." And he goes, "Are your kids having 4 to 5 drinks a day? Either 4 to 5 beers or like half a liter of alcohol or like half a bottle of wine?" I was like, "Well, one, I want to know where the fuck they're getting it at. And two, those are like construction numbers right there. But like all of it together, not just like 4 to 5 beers. Unless you're a drywaller, and 4 to 5 beers is like 9 o'clock in the morning, and you finally got rid of the shakes from the day before. So now you can actually start putting drywall on. So that's some of those things that they always ask are hilarious. We also have Riverside Rejects, Finger Betty, and more cheese that are live. Where the hell is this one at? This one's in Des Moines, Iowa, at the Dark Slide. Oh, by Dark Slide. Where the hell is this one at? They're having suggested donations. Oh yeah, this is the Dark Side. It's an actual venue name. Hmm. I'm now learning stuff. So yeah. Oh, while I'm here, I'm just gonna go ahead and follow it because it costs nothing to hit that follow button. It hits nothing to costs nothing to hit that subscribe button. Is there any of the bands on this bill that I'm not following? Uh, those would be people. We are probably not going to add them as friends. I'm gonna get looked at a little weird. Uh, Whitney memes at the shop. Pretty sure that's down in Wichita. Would be my guess. Tomorrow at 9. Uh oh, it's in Derby, Kansas tomorrow at 9. I forgot to do my weekly post of shows, but as you can tell, I'm every event that I see on Facebook, I hit the interest button because well, I'm never sure exactly what I'm going to find or what is going to be gone. Ooh, what's your Cash App? I just got a message from somebody. Uh, let's see. This person has asked me what my Cash App tag is numerous times. Most of those people I don't deal with. I think they're fucking stupid and they're usually scammers. Ah, little bastard. That is my son's cat named Shadow of the Asshole Realm. He is attacking my foot. This is my area. Why are you attacking my foot? Why are you attacking my power cord? Do not fuck with the power cord. I need that. Get out of here. No, that is my. This is why I like my old fat bastard. Even though he is grumpy and temperamental and annoying, he is. What does he look like? Oh, well, we've already seen the fat bastard. Let's see if I can get this one. Ow! Come here. This is Shadow of the Asshole Realm. Hey, look at the camera. Your thumb thump is like massively going. See, this is Shadow of the Asshole Realm. See, see? Okay, be free. He went 3 fucking feet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one will sabotage shit. There's a reason why that one is called Shadow of the Asshole Realm. Because we've got mine who is Loki the fat bastard, because he weighs like 30 pounds. So the name's pretty well fitting. Fat bastard, fat fuck, whichever one. I'm not politically correct nor biased, but I'm at least, he's a big ass cat. My daughter's cat is Zelda, also known as the little elephant, weighs like 6 pounds, comes down the stairs like a herd of fucking elephants. My cat is 10 times quieter. Like I can barely hear him going down the stairs. And then my son's cat is literally Shadow of the asshole realm and is literally like every cat that you see where it sits on the table, it sees something and it just goes blap and knocks the shit off. I have watched it do that more times. I have said, "Don't you even think about it," and it has looked at me, "Fuck you," and knocked the thing off anyways. So, I mean, there's a reason why that cat is called the name that it is, and it's just kind of a cool sounding name because it's. Will you stop fucking up in my room? Go fight in the living room. Having kids is like dealing with a toddler. Actually, having cats is like dealing with toddlers, depending on what level of toddlerism they're in. These ones are in the I'm not going to listen to any fucking thing you say, but I'm going to beat the shit out of you until you put more food in the food bowl because we are hungry. We want food. I have one of those food dispensers that I fill up the thing so every time they eat, it brings more food out because I'm not filling it up 12 fucking times a day. I'm a lazy bastard. So this way, they let me know when they're out of food and water. I've got the same, it's for small dogs, but like all my kids' cat carriers are all for like small to medium kittens or cats. Mine is a small dog carrier because that is the only thing I had to find one that'll fit a that's like minimum weight requirement 40 pounds. I'm like, that's the one I need because time is like 25. And when it, what are you, go away. Don't you have somebody else you got to go harass? I would put my hand down there, but a little pain in the ass will actually attack my hand and bites me. And it's funny because it looks at me because I'll do a little pop on the head when it tries to bite me, and it's like no one else does that. But then it also has learned not to mess with me because I don't play those games. Don't bite me. I don't like it. Don't look at me, Loki. I ain't gonna help you. Go play in the living room. Both of you, be gone. Go away. Or look at me like I'm mentally unstable. All right, one actually ran out. And there goes the fat bastard. He's off. Oh, jeez. It worked. I used my little wand of destitute. I would have the pick of destiny, but I don't have that, and I don't know how to play guitar. So having the pick of destiny is absolutely pointless. Now, the bong of destiny, that would be a different thing. I might take that one. It's a display purpose, not for personal use. Because we have random UAs at work, and that would be a problem. Be like, why are you high? Because I took a rip from the bong of destiny. Why do you think I'm high? But at the same point in time, I can start writing rap songs, make billions and billions of dollars because, well, most of them have ghostwriters anyway. So it's not like it would be anything new for somebody to, well, they might get a little pissed off that a white dude is writing all the rap songs. They might not like that. Also, my voice is starting to kind of go a little bit because obviously there was a whole lot of singing last night going on and yelling and screaming and pure joys of excitement because, like I said in my post earlier, my pictures are not the greatest because, well, I don't have a $300 cell phone. I see no point in buying a $300 cell phone. I have a cell phone that's like 4 years old. Uh, well, I am an experienced rocker and metalhead that very rarely does my neck ever kill me the day after a show. There's only been a few of those, but there was a lot of head banging and head nodding and not banging the head on a knob or anything like that, like some people. But yeah, it was a great fucking show. I ended up running into Luna, who's in the Lincoln area, who does the local band watch and also has a radio show on up there. So if you're in the area, like she predominantly deals with like Nebraska bands because it's statewide, which does make sense. And I'm gonna I was talking to her at the thing. Every time we see each other, it's always a great thing once we've introduced each other or I introduced myself to her a couple years back at Lincoln Exposed and we were talking at the show. Ended up seeing my boss there. He was like, "Is that your mom?" I was like, "No, that's Luna. She works at the radio station, does local radio shows." And he's like, "How many people do you know here?" Well, I ended up running into the guitar player for Gravestone. I ran into Tater, who is a guitar player for Slant Piece and for Swift Kick 6. I ran into Chad, who is, well, they're on hiatus right now, but he was the guitar player and the vocalist for Empire's End. There's a couple other people that were at the show that were a couple rows back. Josh, who's in a band up there, who recognized me. He's like, "Yeah, man, you were like a couple rows in front of me." So I started getting recognized, and also realizing that even my boss started realizing that there might be certain levels of what I'm doing that they aren't quite realizing because we're sitting out on the balcony because I was vaping because you can't I'm not gonna vape inside because they have policies and rules and at major venues like that I make sure I follow all the rules because I didn't feel like paying for Lamb of God and Pantera or getting Lamb of God and Pantera tickets and then not going being able to see the full thing. And one of the coolest things about the Pantera show was they were getting ready to leave. They did all the picture and then the what is it? The bow and everything. And there's people getting up and walking up the stairs, and my son goes, "Okay, so we're ready to go." I was like, "No, there's more. Just just wait." "Well, are you sure?" "Trust me. This is not over yet," because everyone else went off stage and Phil was still out there walking around doing his hype man stuff. He's like, "Well, I think we need to." I was like, "No, wait. Okay, you might know what you're talking about." Then they came out and played Decimation, and that whole thing was awesome. Especially when one of the best lines of it, Phil goes, "If you don't know the word, if you're one of the young kids and you don't know the words to the song, look over at one of those old fuckers. They know the songs." But there was a lot of people like giving out props and credits to the people that were bringing their kids out to shows and having their experience the shows with with their kids for the first time, which is a really cool concept. It was for me really fun because I got to hang out with my kid for like 3 hours. Why is my phone buzzing? I know what that phone call is. I'm not answering it. Fuck them. I'll call them later. But yeah, it was definitely a fun time. Good time. Good drive back, except for the northwestern wind driving west. That was a load of fun, especially when I'm bobbing and weaving. He goes, "Why are you driving like you've been drinking? Have you been drinking?" "No, I'm not paying $10 and a quarter for a fucking beer. Are you out of your damn mind, child?" So there was no drinking, there was no nothing like that, and just had a great time. Cause I mean, you got to find out what your kids enjoy, and if they enjoy the same things that you do, fucking go to those things. That's why I take my kids to Comic Con. They're nerdy little turds. I'm a nerdy turd, so we drag our nerdy turd asses to the Comic Cons and enjoy ourselves. Have a good time. See a bunch of cool artwork. They got one coming up in March that end of March. I'm hoping to do some photography work for them and some interviews. So I got to message them and see when they're wanting to do like some interviews, if they're wanting to do like the online stuff or how we're wanting to set this up. Just kind of work with them, see if I can interview some of the guests and vendors and everything, see if I can get there early. You know, try to do as much as I can, build up the portfolio. And the cool thing was when they go, "Well, we can't really pay you right now." Well, I get that. Just remember me in a year or so or 2 years when you start making some of that, or just let me and my two kids get in for free. The oldest one is out on her own. She can pay for her own ticket. She moved out. Granted, she's going to college, but she left me and she is on her own. So, meh. She ain't going to watch this anyway. So, no, I'm talking shit, but got to have some fun with it. So, I mean, there's always ways that in a couple years, if it's taken out and they're like, "Hey, we've got these guests coming in. Do you want to interview them and get the opportunity to do that?" Then by all means, I think it's a win. So we're just gonna kind of see where things go with that and how things go. And the weird thing is, I'm actually starting to get hungry now, kind of fiending for some mac and cheese and fish sticks, which actually does sound kind of good because it's almost 7 o'clock and I don't feel like making a whole lot. And well, still have to get up and go to work tomorrow. Probably still need a shower too. Damn it, being adult, this shit sucks. But tomorrow's Friday, so I literally only worked 3 days this week and get paid for two and got paid to go to a concert. So I'm taking that as a win. I'm gonna let you act for a little bit because I was actually on here on time. So yeah, actually, my stomach's saying otherwise. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and go fix some food. And we're gonna do this again next week and see how things go on this. So oh yeah, it's I'm looking forward to Friday because I'm gonna watch some movies, relax, get my shit packed up, and get ready to drive back to Kansas, which is gonna be weird because I haven't been there since like let's see, when it was surface of the sun of like I got into town and it said it was 109 fucking degrees on the thermostat at the bank when we drove in. It's like, oh, this is gonna be some bullshit. It was a hot motherfucker. We drove down, ended up going to a concert hot motherfucker in the concert. I went to a car show. Luckily, I was smart and hit the car show before the concert because that was a hot motherfucker there too. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and I'm going to go make food because, well, my kids aren't going to cook me food. They look at me like I'm the gourmet chef who's fixing mac and cheese. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you again next week.